Welcome, Carla. Thank you so much for coming. It's such a pleasure to have a woman on the panel. In the FinTech domain, there's not many. And the other great thing is that you've had such incredible experience working for the SEC, and obviously that's what the focus is tonight on, what the SEC or the government is, how they're going to react to all the big changes that are happening at the moment. Could you tell me a little bit about what it was like working for the SEC and what you gained out of that personally?
Sure. So thank you, first of all, for having me. I'm thrilled to be here and talk about one of my favorite subjects, which is basically FinTech in general and where I see the markets moving, right? At the SEC, I was there for 13 years, so I did a lot. I did rulemaking and I did policy making, so I was on the crowdfunding proposal and helped with Reg A Plus and got to really understand how that process was. I also ran the examination program here in San Francisco, so really got to understand the operations of a bunch of different types of entities. And then during my last couple years, I worked with Mary Jo White, who was the chair at the same time in legislative affairs, which was an eye-opening experience because I really then got to get deep down into like the politics of how all of these agencies work. And so I think that has just been a tremendous benefit for my own personal knowledge, and also now that I've left the SEC to help my current firm kind of understand the regulatory framework and how Washington, D.C. works and the different interactions that the agencies have with the Hill.
Yes, oh my goodness, you just bring such a wealth and breadth of experience that not many people would have, so it must be very good for whoever you work for.
Well, thank you. I work for a robo-advisor down in Silicon Valley, and I think it's particularly challenging in the FinTech space because these are technology companies and they're startups, and they hire a bunch of like engineers that are just really into tech, but they don't understand like how regulated this financial services industry is, and they don't understand how to fit themselves within that regulatory scheme. So that's what I hope to bring to the table to my new firm.
And you certainly can make a difference because obviously they will have to play nicely with the SEC and with the government, and they need to know, what the rules are and how they can work within it. So that's fantastic. Tell me a little bit about how you view what's happening at the moment. Obviously in Silicon Valley there seems to be a very big sea change, and even venture capitalists are saying they're wanting to change the structure of their firms so they can accept tokens. And obviously tonight we're going to be focusing on the crypto world. What's your personal opinion, obviously now you're not in the government, about this big change that seems to be happening, the disruption of the blockchain and crypto?
Well, I think it was a needed change, right? The financial crisis, it was a good response. This distributed ledger technology and figuring out, the cryptocurrency, and could that be safer? Something had to happen in our markets, right? And so, I'm not certain like how far we're going to go with the cryptocurrency, but I think the technology underlying it is going to be instrumental as we go forward.
Blockchain's pretty amazing, even affecting music and the media, and it's just fantastic.
Yes,
it gives me shivers.
It is. It's going to actually, it's going to revamp so many different industries that we can't even think about it, like healthcare and everything else. It's ideas that we haven't even had yet. It will, absolutely.
Fantastic. Well, I really appreciate that you've come, and I just know that this is going to be such an informative panel for everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.